I want to thank you for joining us this afternoon on behalf of PDK International. My name is John Hendren, and our webinar this afternoon, I'm going to pass it to my colleague, Robin, who is going to tell you a little about the PDK family.
You, John. I'm Robin Mintier. I'm the Director of Membership, and there are many facets to PDK. It was founded in 1906, and Phi Delta Kappa was established as a service organization to support educators. And for many years, the organization would tap individuals and ask them to join, and those members then would participate in local chapters. We also have a PDK Foundation that provides scholarships to our members across all of our organizations. In addition to the PDK membership, it also supports both Pi Lambda Theta and Educators Rising. Pi Lambda Theta serves as the honor society for the organization, recognizing both the students and professionals for their high academic achievements. Educators Rising was established in 2015 as a rebranding from the Future Educators Association. Many of you probably know that as FEA, which PDK acquired in 1994. And the history actually dates all the way back to the Future Teachers of America in 1937. As a PDK member, you get access to the Kappa magazine, which is not only one of the top educational journals, but it dates back all the way back to 1915. So it's been around for quite some time as well. The PDK poll has been an influential poll focused on the attitudes of American and the public on public education. And it's been around since its founding by George Gallup in the 1960s. Last year, we partnered with AASA to establish a new network of distinguished educators, which we call the Node. And today we're here to welcome you as a new member of our newest venture, PDK Prestige.
Thank you, Robin, and hello, everyone. I'm James Lane. I'm the CEO here at PDK and excited to welcome you to the PDK family. As a member of PDK's Prestige, you are part of a group of educators that we have wanted to support for some time, and that is award-winning educators in the field, leaning on our long-lasting legacy of working with the top educators in America. And so you may be here because you were a teacher of the year, or a principal of the year, or a superintendent of the year, or are just identified as someone as being a top educator in your community. And we want to thank you for being a part of that. And as an honor for your service, we provide the PDK Prestige membership absolutely free to each of you that qualify. You'll see on the screen here names of folks that you're going to hear from today. You've already heard from Robin. Again, I'm James. In a moment, you'll hear from Dr. John Hendren and Kathleen Vale with our magazine and our public relations team. But just wanted to take a moment to introduce you to me and our organization. I've been the CEO here about 2 years after a few years at the U.S. Department of Education as the state superintendent in Virginia, and I was a 3-time district superintendent in Virginia and a principal and a teacher. And when I came to PDK 2 years ago, I really wanted to lead an organization that was lifting educators up, especially those top educators like yourself. And really excited to get this new venture going where we can learn more about what you need as an in-service educator and support you in your growth as a top educator. At PDK International, as Robin mentioned, we have a number of projects and programs that we run. The largest and primary focus of our organization is on Educators Rising, where we work with high school students that want to become teachers to help them transition into the field. But as you spend time with us today, we're going to talk about the ways that we're going to support you through the PDK Prestige membership. Before I do that, I just want to make sure that you know what our vision, our mission, and our values are. Because we work so closely with future educators, we have seen the growing teacher shortage over the years, and our vision is to live in a world, especially in America, where there are no teacher shortages, and we're doing that by reimagining at the educator pathways. On a day-to-day basis, we inspire current educators like yourself, along with those rising educators I mentioned, and we want to help you become a community leader and an advocate for high quality education. Our values that drive that, we focus on community. Our programs are intentionally grow your own so that we can help you find educators in your community, because we know that 60% of educators end up teaching within 20 miles of where they went to high school. We've had a long history of supporting leaders and leadership and growing leadership in our members. We do, as a founding service organization, focus on providing service to the community. And we have optimism as a value. And what we mean by that is we are optimistic about the outcomes of our students in our schools. And we make sure that through increasing your individual and collective efficacy in your schools, we can make a difference for kids. And then, of course, excellence. We want to make sure that everything we do is top notch and something that you can be proud of as a member. We adopted these new vision, mission, and value statements just 6 months ago in October 2024. And you'll hear more about how we're activating that work as time goes on. I'm now going to turn it over to my colleague, John.
Thanks, James. You know, we recognize that each of you have been recognized for your efforts and talents in working with students. We wanted to give back to the community. And we realized that when you are named that Principal of the Year, Teacher of the Year, Educator of the Year, it's pretty exciting. There's a lot of attention on you. And then, well, the attention can fall away. And we wanted to be able to pay back to those that are echoing the core value of excellence in your communities with this prestige membership. We know that you've proven your impact, and we wanted to go back to our roots around how PDK used to function so many, many years ago. Robin already mentioned that there used to be tapping ceremonies. The way you got into a PDK chapter was to be chosen by your colleagues because you were a strong educator and you were invited to join that community. We're not quite going there completely, but as you know, you've been recognized in your community, and we want to honor you with that, with some benefit. And that benefit includes networking, but also access to Kaplan Magazine, which we will segue to in just a moment. Kaplan has been, at least for me in my role as in education, has been an omnipresent source of news and policy discussion, some classroom practice, and most importantly, especially for those who aren't, going for that master's or going for a doctorate where you're actually looking at research, it has really easily digestible access to research in the field, and that's why it's been valued by educators for so long. And lastly, we're here to also support you in networking and making connections to other educators of distinction. I'm going to pass it back to my friend Robin to tell you a little bit about some of those benefits and services.
Thank you, John. As John mentioned, there's going to be an opportunity in just a few moments to learn about how to access Kaplan Online. In addition, we have listed you as a Prestige member on our special website directory for Prestige. If for some reason you would rather not be listed in that directory, please let us know. I'm happy to take that down. In addition, if you see any corrections that need to be made, please just let us know and we'll get those corrected as well. We will also be offering an optional plaque for sale, which many of you I know will value for showcasing your membership in this elite group of educators. Those options will be available through your membership portal in the PDK website, and those are already up there ready to be purchased. We will be adding a link to the Prestige webpage as well. Finally, a big part of my role is leading the Educators Rising Conference. And it's going to be held this summer in Orlando. And there's a lot of opportunities for you to become involved if you're interested. We'll be hosting a reception for any Prestige members who would like to join other VIPs that are going to be at the conference. So if you're interested in attending, even if it's only for one day, let us know. And we'll let you know all of the exciting opportunities going on over that 4-day period. We also want to know what other benefits are important to you. As John mentioned, specifically around networking. We have a few opportunities already lined up, such as the 10th anniversary event for Educators Rising. That's going to take place on May 6th in Washington, D.C. As I mentioned, we also will be having this VIP reception at the conference this summer, as well as a whole release event that we anticipate having this fall. In a few moments, we're going to share a survey that will allow you to tell us what's important to you. Now I'd like to introduce Kathleen Vale, the editor of Kaplan Magazine.
Thank you so much, Robin. I took over as editor-in-chief in December, and I was very excited. I've been an education journalist for a long time, and I was really excited to be able to lead a magazine with such a really good reputation in the education publication community. And as Robin said, we're one of the things we offer you all is a digital subscription to Kaplan Online. So Kaplan is very old. It has a really stellar reputation. And despite its being over 100 years old, there has been a lot of work to keep the magazine current and to make sure that it meets the needs of education folks today, which you'll probably all say is very different than 100 years ago. So one of the things that Kaplan does is we have a digital first publishing strategy, and that we do have a print magazine, and the print magazine goes out 4 times a year, but we don't wait until the magazine comes out to put articles up. So we already have a couple of articles here that are going to be going into the summer issue. Kaplan has 2 parts, and one part is that we do a theme issue, and our themes have run the gamut from management issues and curriculum and suburban schools and city schools. And then we have our non-thematic articles, and those are, articles that people send in that have relevancy, but not part of our theme. We have a regular column that is Career Confidential, and Career Confidential is a little different than the other things in Kaplan. It's published weekly online, and our column is written by Star Saxton. And if you haven't heard of her, I mean, you probably have. She's a teacher. She's a former teacher and a teacher leader, and she's also written a little more, more than 15 educational books. And I think that actually might be wrong, because I know that she has one out this year. She takes questions about anything that's going on in the classroom, going on in the school, going on in the district. She has actionable items. She lists classroom tips and links to resources. And I will just show you. So this week, this was hot off the presses. Go here. So her story, or her column this time, is about someone who is having problems with their elementary age students, who everybody wants to participate, which seems like a good problem to have, but she realizes that they get disappointed when they can't all participate. And see, I'm not logged in. Okay, so I'm going to go back and show you the login process. And so we're going to go up here, and I logged off, but I would be logged in. So I'm going to go ahead and log in up in the corner to the right. And mine fills in automatically, but you will have your username or your email address, which you will get when you, or may have already gotten, and your membership password. And Robin, I hope that's correct, that they'll have that when they join.
It's the same one they used when they created their application.
Okay.
So yes, they've created their own credentials there and they use the same one.
So here we are, and you can see, the way we have it managed. So other than reading the current issues, or reading current articles and reading Star's column, and of course James has a column as well. I'm gonna look over here, which he does every issue. And so here we are. We have PDK connection, which tells us things about. And here's, I'll just tap on one of James's leadership columns. So our archives are, if you go up here underneath about, we have an issue archive, and this is a searchable archive. We have issues here from 1995. So anything you might want to know about education from 1995 until now, you can get it from over here. And let me get this out of the way so I can do the search. So we have a search up here to the right, and then we also have it here. So it's okay. And so you can see some of my, when you are doing research, when you want to, help someone else with research, this is a really, really useful tool. The other thing, or the last thing I want to say before I end, is that we are always looking for writers. And we particularly would like writers like you, because practitioner articles are very hard to come by, because of course practitioners are very busy and they don't necessarily have the time. But as prestige members, we would love it if you would submit articles. I will put my email in the chat if you want to let me know about something that you're thinking about writing. Writer's guidelines here, just in case you're wondering, and there's all the good stuff. And I'm going to stop sharing.
Obviously, our goal is to have your membership benefit include free digital access to Kappan and the other benefits that PDK members receive. But one of the things that we want to do is make sure that we're hosting events for distinguished educators wherever you are. So, let us know the types of events where you see other educators like yourself. The other thing we'd say is this PDK Prestige opportunity for free access and free membership to the organization is new. So if you know other distinguished educators that have been recognized in the field, feel free to pass on Prestige membership to them. And as we grow this membership, we will host more convenings and events targeted at Prestige members. And then if there's other projects that you're working on, that you would want to find more partners or support for close by or even far away, we can do that. And then finally, we want to support dialogue and give you opportunities to meet other distinguished educators, and would love to hear your feedback on ways to do that. So again, congratulations on the award that you received that led to your Prestige membership. But more importantly, congratulations on being a part of the PDK family. We hope that the resources that we provide you will help grow in your career. If you want to give us that feedback, John promises me this quick survey is less than 5 minutes. Please scan the QR code, and we'll also follow up with attendees after the event. But most importantly, I just want to say a thank you. We'll stay on for a few minutes to see if you have any questions. We didn't intend for this webinar to be more than 30 minutes because we wanted it to be a quick summary of your new membership organization and this Prestige opportunity. And we thank you so much for joining us today. So feel free to drop any more questions in the Q&A or the chat. Otherwise, thank you for joining us today, and welcome to PDK Prestige.